Here we go then, Tuesday's little catch-up. We had a 1 out of 10 on the video yesterday. I think it had 34 views or something. I'm ridiculous. Yeah, 34 views. So we were running a 1 out of 10 on that one. That's where in YouTube Studio they rank how your video is doing compared to your last 10. And when you get a 1 out of 10, it makes a creator a very happy chap. So thank you. We still haven't got any more subscribers yet, but we are getting more viewers. So I think more of you are watching it. So if you are watching it for the first time, don't forget, help this little channel grow. You could be part of something really interesting and fresh. As you know, it's a little experiment of mine, a social experiment, if you will, seeing if we can play the algorithm game. And making this raw content every day is supposed to be great traction. So let's see if we can beat the algo. Talking of the algo, well, let's have a little recap. First of all, I've had my dispatch note from Apple, so my 17E has been dispatched. It'll be with me sometime tomorrow. I'll definitely include pictures of it in this week's video. So George, I know we messaged a bit yesterday. I have made that video about the affordable Apple ecosystem, talking about the 17E, the MacBook Nano, and the iPad Mini. So I can use the new phone in the thumbnail shot for sure, which should help to get a little bit of click and traction on it. As you know, I'm not a clickbaity kind of a person, but I think that will help. Yeah, because I'm actually just a few moments short, about 30 seconds short of being 8 minutes. And 8 minutes is quite a magical thing because you get a second lot of ads in 8 minutes. So what I'm going to do is do a tiny little bit of recording with the iPhone. Now, this is the iPhone and the microphone, more content to come, because I made it clear in the video that I'm not going to do a quick reaction to it, that I'm going to take my time, go up to London and actually use it properly for a full day. So on the train going up, watching content on it, listening to music on it. The main thing that drains my phone when I'm in London is the sat-nav, when I'm walking around finding the shot locations. That's the main drain of my phone. But I'm going to use it for a full day and see how we get on, see what reception's like in between cellular posts and so on. I nearly got into Americanism and then called it cell, but you know what I mean, the antennas. Seeing just how it works on the train. Talking of the train, I'm going to Birmingham on Sunday. It's the UK photo and video show at the NEC in Birmingham. I've got my press pass, that's all sorted. And I was going to drive up, which for me is about 2.5 hours. So I looked at the train thinking it was going to be ridiculously expensive, sort of like 150 quid. Because I figure petrol's going to cost me about sort of 50, 60 pounds plus parking at the NEC, which I guess for the day is going to be 30 quid. Well, the train is only 55 quid return. It's ridiculous. I can book a seat, I can sit at a table, so I could actually write a story while I'm on the train. I could edit a photo, and of course, if I go on the train, it puts me in a train station, which means I should be able to get some nice shots. I've just edited today's shot, and that's gone up on Lightroom. So I'm almost certainly going to go up on the train. It makes complete sense. I can even have a little nap if I want to. And rather than worrying about, driving over a massive pothole, because potholes in this country are terrible at the moment, and ruining a wheel, I haven't got to worry about traffic jams, I haven't got to worry about parking or accidents. I can just get on the train, go up and enjoy the day. So Canon are up there, Hollyland are up there. I'm just going to have a day of walking around, talking, and I want to go to the Canon stand because I've got a few questions about the R50. I'm so happy I bought this camera. It's been the making of me. It really has been. Money that I haven't got at the moment. Although AdSense is actually doing a little bit better than most months. It's going to be about 230, maybe a little bit more this month, which is welcome, very welcome. I still haven't had any bites on any of the advertisers. I thought there was a case company that came back to me yesterday that might come through. They want it for the 17 Pro Max, so I can do something for them. They were asking for an integration, and we're about just 100 quid apart. So it's somewhere near. And to be honest, I'd rather struggle for money. I think I've said this before. Making content, any kind of content, integrated or dedicated, takes time. You normally have to send it for approval as well, so it can delay the video going out, but it just takes time. So rather than working for cheap, I'd rather do nothing, to be honest, because then I'm not tied to anybody. I don't have to get approval. I can make content about what I want, core content I think is good for the channel. So although it's got its downside, the upside is that I'm a free man. But anyway, enough of that. So I thought something else I was going to talk about. Oh, there was a comment actually on the video. There's a couple of comments. And thank you. Do get in touch because I do read the comments every morning. For the main channel, I still answer every single comment. My kind of day is I come in, I do the accounts work, reconcile all the bank accounts and stuff. Then I go on to comments and go through all the readers' comments. Sorry, something on the desk that's really annoying me. And I then answer all the comments. So now it's on both of the channels I do that. And then I edit a photo, get that up onto Lightroom, and I've scheduled it on Instagram. I can show you the photo. It is actually, I just realised I can show you in Lightroom what the photo was today. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but that's it. It's right at the very base of the shard. And funny story was, I was on my hands and knees framing up, and this really lovely security guard, I just heard this voice saying, "No, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't." And I honestly didn't know he was talking to me at the time. So I was kind of looking around, and I caught his eye, and he was like, and I said, "Well, I can't, no, you can take it with a phone, but even with a phone with lenses on, but I can't take it with a camera." But he was actually really cool. He said, "Well, pretend I haven't noticed you." And he said, 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes, got that done. So I've just posted that picture today. Actually, the weather's picking up. So, talking about the comments, Albert was suggesting foggy in London. Yeah, it's not really foggy, and today's a bit better than anticipated, and there is a bit of sky. The one thing that kills it, it's just slate grey sky. There are some clouds today. I can't go to London today. I've got to edit the video. But it looks maybe more promising for the week. And what I am going to do one time is get up really early in the morning. I think the first train from where I live leaves about 5:40. And gets into London into Waterloo for just after 6. So I could catch some sort of sunrise action. So I'm going to do that sometime, get up to London early and sort of obviously come back early. And then I think there could be some other indoor shots. There's some architecture shots, some stairwell shots and so on that I've got earmarked. So I could look those out as well. So if the weather is a little bit poor this week, I think I've still got some options of ways that I can still go to town to shoot. I'm thinking I'll probably go on Thursday this week, will be my best guess. I should get the video edited today. So last night I shot the video, I've clipped it all together, cut out the mistakey bits, it's all kind of clipped together. So now I've just got to go through, tidy it all up, and then begin to sort of do the bit of editing I do, and the zooms and the jump cuts and so on, and then put in the timestamps, which is simply me on notes on an iPad. I just type the timestamps in, and that's how the timestamps get onto the video. So I want to get that done today. And then obviously I need to be here tomorrow for the phone. I don't know what time it's coming. It's no major stress. It doesn't matter to me really if it's sort of early or late. But at least I know I can use it in the thumbnail shot, which should help for the video. And I thought there was something else. Oh yes, there is. In the quest to make sure that I'm doing everything I possibly can to move with the times, I'm actually doing some dedicated Instagram reels. I was very happy with myself on Sunday. I worked out how you could clean up your grid, because my grid isn't looking too bad, as you can tell. It's quite a nice kind of little urban grid that's going on there. But what I found was happening when I made a video, it was sitting on the grid and it was just ruining the aesthetic of it. So I've now worked out that you can remove from the main grid and they just sit on your reels. So I'm doing some dedicated reels videos because I can break free from the algorithm now. I can just kind of talk about what I want to talk about. More photography based, probably. I put one up yesterday saying about what I'm doing and who I am, almost kind of introducing myself, because I thought people on there might not know who I am. So it's just kind of almost saying, look, this is the man that takes the shots. This is David. So I did that, and I thought today that picture that was featured on Lightroom the other day, I thought I could talk about how I got the shot, where I was, what I was doing, and how I put it together and what caught my eye. I thought that might make an interesting little reel. So I'll probably shoot that after this and then get that up, and then it's really editing the main video for the day. So that was kind of it. I've just decided that Instagram, I am seeing some growth. I'm tiny on Instagram, absolutely tiny. 480 followers, but my views are way up. I mean, all of my pictures now, I mean, the Gherkin the other day got over 100 views. That one on Lightroom is doing really well, of course, but that's because it was featured. And video, I've noticed, is very popular on Insta too. So I'm going to try and make some dedicated reels. Of course, this R50V is brilliant because it's got a quarter 20 at the bottom. I can just literally flip it around, stand it on a tripod, and I've got upright content. Talking about the video yesterday, Brian mentioned about foggy, yes, and also Illustrate said, I'm not quite sure what you want me to talk about here. Would be good to add your thoughts on the base Apple Watch as an alternative to iPad Mini. I don't know. I've only ever had this one Apple Watch. It's a Watch 8 or something. I did used to think I'd love to get a Watch Ultra, but to be honest, if I had any spare cash now, it would clearly go on cameras or lenses. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know if you want to sort of clarify for me what your thoughts were there. The iPad Mini I have got with me it is something that comes with me. I flip-flop between what I take to town, whether it's the Mini or the Pro. If I know I'm going to be writing a story, so say going to, obviously with the keyboard on the iPad Pro, it's heavy, it's kind of MacBook Air weight. But if I'm sitting on the train for a couple of hours, I know I can write or publish something or retouch photos, then I'll take the Pro. But if it's just literally for content, it's this every day of the week because it's just so light, so easy to use, and I do love it. I forget how much I use it. I've got so hooked on using the iPad Pro recently. When I come in the mornings, my little routine, I use the iPad Pro for filing, for doing accounts work, for screenshots, all that kind of thing. It's on the iPad Pro. I'm really enjoying it. So Illustrate, if you want to explain to me a little bit more what you wanted me to talk about with the Watch versus the iPad Mini, because it's a little bit unusual, I will. When I was making a video yesterday, by the way, I suddenly realised that MacBook Neo, it's actually a pretty decent little machine. I don't know if I would ever buy a MacBook Air again. There doesn't seem a lot of point, to be honest with you. I think the Neo would kind of do everything I need, and at half the price, it seems like a no-brainer to me, because whenever I pick the Air up, which isn't very often, sadly, the Air is sitting on the desk over there behind me. Whenever I pick the Air up, it's just to do kind of general admin work on. So that I could very easily do on the Neo. And again, it all fits into this whole budget thing. And it's interesting, looking back at the videos that have done better for me this year, it's when I've been talking about the more budget devices. And I'm convinced it's to do with the economy at the moment and how people are really struggling with cash generally. And there's a lot of uncertainty. And I'm no political person at all, trust me. I'm the most apolitical person that you can possibly meet. I just think they're all bent. Politics doesn't do it for me. But I did actually last night, I was watching dinner, watched a 20-minute thing on Channel 4 about what this war is and the implications of it. And I understand it's going to have quite a big implication on mortgages, which is great because my mortgage comes up for renewal this year. It's going to have effects on fuel prices and energy prices here at home. So hard times, I think, are around the corner. And that's why I think people are looking at what, if they're going to buy some tech, it's finding some affordable tech. Talking of which, another thing, I suppose that's the idea of this thing. Things come to my mind as I'm talking. I've mentioned recently about getting rid of the Pro Max and almost doing a digital declutter. And I think this digital declutter is a real thing. Now, my daughter, who I use as a bit of a yardstick because she works in marketing for Warner Music, so she's a creative person in a creative job and young. She's 28 this year. She really doesn't use the phone at all. I gave my old 14 Pro, but she doesn't use hardly any of its capabilities. She's all for a simple life. And there's a guy, same age, downstairs, because my studio here is above some architects. And there's a guy there I get on really well with, and he's just bought himself a classic iPod. The proper, with the spinning wheel, the proper classic iPod. And it looks amazing. And again, his whole thing is, I want to listen to music and not have phone calls, and not be looking at social media. So there seems to be a real weight at the moment of this whole digital declutter thing going on, where people are just trying to make their lives a bit simpler. And I totally get that. I'm looking at blue sky now. Oh, I wish I was in London. I really do. It's probably going to blow out if I try and show you, but you can see it's kind of not. No, it's just completely blown out. Trust me, it's not bad. But anyway, I have work to do. So this is done. I might make a quick reel as well while I've got the camera out, and then get editing the photo. I know I've rambled a bit, but I think that's part of the beauty and the idea of these daily videos, right? Just whatever comes to mind, whatever I was going to talk about. So I'll get busy now. By the way, I'm having a Gene Khan moment. If you know me, then you'll know that I spent almost 10 years doing live radio. Rare groove, soul, proper soul is my passion. And I haven't listened to Gene Khan in a long time, so I'm going through the back catalogue of Gene Khan at the moment. I just found a lovely track on an album it's just called Gene Khan from 1976, and there's a lovely track on there I found called I'm in Love Again. Track 2, I'm in Love Once Again. It's actually the soundtrack that I've used for the Picture of the Shard when it goes up on Insta tonight. It's scheduled to go up at 6:30, so you'll be able to catch it there. Right, let me go and get coffee down my throat and think of what to talk about on a wheel. I will catch you tomorrow. Possibly, who knows what time the 17E will turn up, possibly with the 17E to show you as well. Have a lovely Tuesday. Spread the word. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's make this channel grow. Let's beat the algorithm. Let's prove what people power can do. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.